What up, my peeps here at Sriracha's Gaming? We've got Skyrim. Now, this game has been out for like 14 years, some crazy amount like that. But I have found that sometimes you just, you know, want to see how people build up their characters and stuff like that. And there's all these videos out there about these how to make an archer assassin, which is what I'm going to be doing. How to make this, that, or the other. And they've got these videos that are like, oh yeah, just put your 95 points in this and 30 points in that. But they don't show you how to get there. And so what I'm going to be doing is working on an Archer Assassin. Now, an Archer Assassin is a stealth archer. Basically, stealth and archery are what you build on. But there is also a lot of tips and tricks that, you can find online, or you could just come to this video here and I can tell you all the ones that I've learned. Or skip over some of them if I feel like it. There are easy ways to level your character by doing or exploiting the bugs that are in the system. One of them has to deal with blacksmithing. You can really level yourself up quick doing blacksmithing. And I'll actually show you that perk, or that trick, I should say. Mainly because I want to be able to make dragon bone, well, everything, as, by the time I'm level 50, I want to have a full set of dragon scale armor, dragon bone bow, dragon bone daggers, because even though I'm going to be doing an archer, you still need to work on other things in order to progressively level your character. So I will be showing you that exploit, and all that. I decided to go ahead and just start from afresh instead of starting off with a prisoner file, which, if you've ever played Skyrim, you know that every time you start, the first time, or after the first video here, when you go to make your character, it gives you an automatic save, and it saves it as prisoner. You could start from that. I just decided to go ahead and give you the entire video here. I know I'm talking while they're talking, but oh well. Again, if you've played Skyrim, you've seen this video, and most likely, if you haven't played Skyrim, either A, you're too young to have played, or B, you've been living under a rock, okay? But I'm hoping to help you maybe find a way to become an assassin archer quickly, or an archer assassin, sorry, quickly, and maybe show you some of the exploits on the game bugs that you may know about, you may not know about, you may have only heard about, don't know how to do it, what have you. So I'm going to go ahead and show that to you as well. So without further ado, the beginning of Skyrim, making an assassin archer, and this is going to be fun.
Let's go.
Also, there's another thing that you should know by now. Each race has its own perks. Kaji are great for making thieves for chance. The assassin archers are actually the best way to do that as a wood elf. So we're going to be starting off with a wood elf. And I'll go through some of the character traits as we're scrolling through.
Lokir of Rorikstead. No, I'm not a rebel! You can't do this!
Halt!
You're not gonna kill me!
Archers!
Yes, they are.
Anyone else feel like running?
Wait. You there. Step forward.
Who the hell are you? Alright, so you've got Nords, Orcs, Redguard, Wood Elves. Okay, so Wood Elves. Make good scouts and thieves. There are no finer archers in all of Tamriel. So, you want to start off with that. If you're going to do a really good thief, Khajiit is great. They've got natural stealthiness. They can see in the dark with their night eye, and they've also got unarmed claw attacks. That's really good if you're going to be doing a lot of fighting, like in the bars and whatnot, to get people to follow you or to, do certain quests. You got to fight people unarmed. So Khajiit's great for that. If you want to do magic, you can do the high elf. Dark elf is actually pretty good. They are naturally resistant to fire, and also can surround yourselves with fire. So if anybody gets near you, they catch on fire. It's pretty cool. But the Altmer there are the best, I think, at doing magic, or mages, mainly because of their ability to regenerate magic quickly. But again, that's only a 24-hour thing. The Dunmer are, again, they're pretty good. Argonians are great in resistance to disease and being able to breathe underwater, so you don't have to worry about that. You can also regenerate your health quickly once every 24 hours. They've got a resistance to magic, which is pretty cool. They can also absorb spells once every 24 hours. This is really cool if you're going to be doing a mage as well, because the fact that they are resistant to magic. So everything that you're going to go against that uses magic against you isn't going to hurt you. So, yeah, there's that. So, we're doing an archer, though. So, we will do that. We're going to do a dude. We're going to select a preset. Yeah, let's go with that. All those are fine. Now, I like to have... One of my favorite shows is Green Arrow. Or, sorry, Arrow. And so, I like to have the Green Arrow look. Which, I mean, yeah, these are like more splotches, but it's reminiscent of the grease eye paint that he puts around his eyes in the beginning of the show. We're going to kind of slim him down just a smidge, because we don't want his nose to enter, a room before he does. There's some slightly normal eyes. Be wicked. Now, that'll help in the dark. Not really. It just looks cool. Mouth. Hair. Okay. So, let's all the way to and okay, let's start from. Let's go with. I'm gonna be wearing a hood or helmet most of the time, so don't really need hair. Facial hair we can do. Again, the whole Green Arrow thing. We're gonna go with a little bit of scruff. There we go. Yeah. There we go. Done. Okay. Now, we can either name him Oliver or Arrow, or you can name him his name from his time with the assassins. Where is it? That one? No. I'm going to find this. Maybe. Oh, it's right next to it. Duh. There we go. Let's go with that. There we go. Now, I have already named a character Al-Sahim at one point in time, so that's why it was easy to
Not
pick.
many wood elves would choose to come alone to Skyrim.
Yeah, whatever.
Captain, what should we do? He's not on the list.
Forget the list. He goes to the block.
By your orders, Captain.
Who the block, you?
I'm sorry. We'll make sure it remains our turn to Valen. Follow the captain, prisoner.
You're cool. You suck. Captain. Whatever the heck her name is. Captain something or other. I didn't pay attention.
Ulfric Stormcloak. Some
General
here in Helgen
Tullius.
call you a hero, but a hero doesn't use a power like the voice to murder his king and usurp his throne. You started this war, plunged Skyrim into chaos, and now the Empire is going to put you down and restore the peace.
What was that?
It's nothing. Carry on.
Yes, General Tullius. Give them their last rites.
As we commend your souls to Aetherius, blessings of the eight divines upon
For the love of Talos,
Blah,
shut
blah,
up
blah,
and
blah,
let's
blah.
get this
Okay.
over with.
Nern.
Chop this dude's head off so that way I can come up to the block and get a really good view of the dragon.
I haven't got all morning.
As you're trying to chop my head off too.
My ancestors are smiling at me, Imperials. Can you say the same?
Well, now you're not saying much of anything.
You Imperial bastards!
Justice!
Death to the Stormcloaks!
As fearless in death as he was in life.
Next, the Wood Elf.
Here it is again. Did you hear that?
I said, next prisoner.
To the block, prisoner. Nice and easy.
Not even gonna move the other dead dude out of the way? You gotta kneel on a dead guy? Dude, I'm like literally kneeling on a dead guy.
What in
Pretty.
oblivion is that?
Sentries. What do you see?
It's a big winged lizard. Now, at the end of the storyline, when you kill Alduin,
But the legends be true.
I wonder if Alduin realizes that what he just did made his death possible.
We need to move now. Up through the tower. Let's go.
Yeah, okay. You're too sure.
See the inn on the other side. Jump through the roof and keep
Sucks to
going.
be you. Yeah.
We'll follow when we can.
So, I was watching a video the other day about what happens if you decide to stay in Helgen instead of escape with either Brayloff or Hadvar. And, well, you get eaten.
Still alive,
So,
prisoner? Keep
Alduin
close
will
to me
eat
if you
you
wanna stay
if you don't, if you try to hang
that way.
around.
Take care of the boy. I have to find General Tullius and join the defense. God's guide you.
Now, I know that some people play the
Stay close to
game,
the wall.
you know, just to be the bad guys. I mean, join the Stormcloaks because they see the Imperials as bad guys or whatever. Me,
Quickly, follow me.
I think the Imperials are the good guys and the Stormcloaks are the bad guys, so I go with the Imperial Legion every time I play. I'm not going to betray the people of Skyrim.
It's you and me, prisoner. Stay close.
Sure. Whatever you say, Hadvar. Yeah.
Brayloff, you damn traitor. Out of my way.
We're escaping, Hadvar. You're not stopping us this time.
You can either go in that door or that door.
Come on, into the keep.
So yeah,
Let's go.
Rayloff goes that way,
Quick. I can
Hadvar
catch
goes
you
this way,
inside the keep.
and this is the way we're going. Because again, I'm not going to side with the Stormcloaks.
Looks like we're the only ones who made it. Was that really a dragon? To bring us of the end times?
Sure.
We should keep moving. Come here. Let me see if I can get those bindings off. There you go. Take a
Now,
look around. There
if
should
you're
be plenty of
into,
camp to choose from. I'm going to see if I can find something for these bones.
basically, let's get all that
Gotta
stuff
get that
on.
armor on. Give that sword a few swings too.
And that, and that.
Let's keep
Okay.
moving.
If you're into easily leveling up your character, you can literally sit here and just beat on Hadvar over and over. It won't turn him against you, so long as you don't leave here first. Well, the cave that you're in. But you can sit here and you can beat on him and you can up your one-handed just by beating on him.
Come on, this way.
And even if you drop him like that, he just comes right back and he's fine again. Okay? So, yeah. Let's go talk to the Stormcloaks.
Hear that? Stormcloaks. Maybe we can reason with them.
Not likely. Also, there's one thing that I should
Let me see
make
if I
known.
can get them.
If you're going to be playing Skyrim after all these years that it's been out, you do not want to play without mods. So, I have mods. They're also called creation. Well, they're called creations now. I've got the immersive realism archery, which it changes various aspects of your archery to be more realistic. Gravity is actually a thing now. It'll your bow of shadows detection level is set to silent to match all other bows. You can do all sorts of cool stuff. Turned off auto aim, so now we can lead targets. So if they're running and you decide to shoot an arrow ahead of them, the arrow, as long as you're leading appropriate distance, by the time your arrow reaches them, they'll be reaching the arrow, and it won't just go in front of or behind them. Followers will now equip bows that are given to them. You can do Ancient Nord arrows for with Steel perk, and you can also do Nord Hero arrows under your Advanced Armor perks. And let's see here. NPCs use ammo. Oh yeah, that's a good thing. The NPCs using the ammo is great, because usually if you were playing without this mod, you'd realize those things could shoot at you for days. I mean, literally sit there and just fire arrow after arrow after arrow, and they would never end. With this on, they actually have a certain number of arrows, and that's all they get. And then they actually have to come up and, do one-handed fighting with you. Ultimate kills just gives your character a higher kill move chance. You can decapitate more often. You can decapitate earlier. Rebalancing of the bows actually changes the base damage of the bows to balance them out. So that way you go 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Instead of, it used to be like 6, then the hunting bow would be 7, Ancient Nord bow would be like 11, Imperial bow would be like 10. It made no sense. So this actually takes and balances out your bows, and then your unique bows also have a damage increase. And then, of course, removing the blur effects from finisher moves, so you can see your kills. So, yeah, those are some of the creations that I have on here. The mods. So that way it looks cooler. Bummer. Can't get out that way. Okay, fine. Alright. Now, I have a shield and a sword. Obviously, this is the beginning of the game, so I'm stuck with what I got. Yo.
What was that? Here's how to end this little game.
Yeah. See? Decapitations, earlier on. Usually you have to have a perk for that. Where do you go? Oh.
See if you can find some potions. Come in handy.
Usually you have to have the, it's a one-handed perk. It's the decapitation perk, and it's all the way under one-handed. There we are, right here. You'd have to wait until here to do the decapitation. So with big kills, you can decapitate earlier. So, this was pointed out to me a while back. If you actually look at these trees, look at these things right here. The cloud behind it actually looks like a warrior holding an axe. Then you've got these things that are kind of in the ether here. Then you've got, looks like a mage casting spells and holding a staff. Then you've got a couple things, and then you've got the thief. So the things that you will work under, or work on, I should say, are going to be mostly in here, the thief area. For illusion, the only reason to get illusion is for quiet casting, and that's so when you do your whispers, or sorry, when you do your shouts, they're basically whispers. They cannot hear you shout, which is really weird, because you can do a Fusrada that is completely silent and knock somebody, you know, to the other side of the walkway or whatever. Alright. As an assassin archer, you do not need to worry about your stamina or your magic or anything like that. You need to worry about your health. So, what you're going to do is, in your skill tree here, as you level up, you're going to actually put, it's roughly an 80-20 split. So, in 10 levels, you're going to put 8 of your level ups into health, 2 into stamina. Put a couple into magic for later on, so that way you can actually summon. There's a magical horse that you can summon. I think it's Advar or Advok or something like that. It's some horse that you can get in the Soul Cairn, and you can actually summon it, but you need the magic to do so. So go ahead and put a couple points into magic every now and again, but for the most part, it's going to be 80-20 health to stamina, because this is going to be your main thing that you're going to work on here, is your stealth. You are going to not be seen by anybody, so you shouldn't need to worry about your stamina. Also, with the immersive realism on the archery, the longer you hold your bow, the more stamina you lose. It actually drains your stamina to hold the bow. Also, if you can hear things outside that sound like lawnmowers, it's actually the people doing the landscaping outside, so yeah. That's what you hear. Alright, beat on Hadvar a little bit more, because, you know, why not?
The torture room. God.
Now let's go down here and beat on this guy.
Hear that?
I'm on your side.
What are you doing?
Don't do that.
You fellows happened along just in time.
What are you doing?
Get it.
These boys seemed a bit
Killing me. What do you think I'm doing?
their comrades.
Don't you even know what's going on? A dragon is attacking Helgen.
Hut dragon, please. Don't make up nonsense.
Yes! There we go.
Wait a second. Looks like there's something in this cage. See if you can get it open with some picks.
I might have to sit here listening to his face. Okay, so gonna put those on, gonna put that on, gonna equip that.
Grab what you can and let's go.
Yeah, you can grab a bunch of stuff. Now, depending on how much stuff you want to carry, how much stuff you feel like selling at Riverwood, when you go through and you're gathering your stuff, start thinking about your weight to, you know, there we go. Weight to value. This has a value of 2, or sorry, weight of 2, value of 10. The shield I just picked up had a weight of 12, value of 60. You're gonna have to early on, worry about your carry weight. Mainly because, well, you're just starting off. Also, early on in the game, sneak everywhere you go. That will help raise your sneak. And then, of course, the more you raise your sneak, the faster you can level up and all that jazz. Work on lockpicking. I mean, work on everything that... Oh, yeah. I forgot to grab what was in the cage back here. Work on your lockpicking. Work on... everything that doesn't really cost anything to work on, really. Your blacksmithing is going to cost. Early on, at least. But sneaking, if you get used to sneaking everywhere, it won't make any difference. How fast or how slow you're getting places. Eventually, you're going to get a horse anyhow. So if you really want to get places fast, you can either A, fast travel, or B, if you haven't been there before, just ride your horse. But early on, sneak there, because you know what? You will be amazed how quick you can level up your sneaking, how many sneak points you get if you just sneak everywhere. You also want to check everything to see what it's carrying. Things that have a value of, say, well, except for gold, but things that have a value of like 1, don't bother picking it up, because you're not going to get anything for it when you try to give it to the merchant. Like, okay, ragged robes. You won't get anything for those, so all that is basically is wasted weight.
Better to stick together down here.
Sure. Whatever you say, Hatfire.
Where in Oblivion are we supposed to go? Where's the way out?
Just give me a minute. Let me think.
Now we're gonna go and beat on this person.
Get them!
Also, if you attack with a dagger and you stay in the sneak position while attacking people, you'll actually end up behind them, slitting their throat. It's kind of funny. Let's see if I can get it to happen. Even though the person sees me, I might be able to... Hey, seriously, dude? Okay. Longbow. Arrows. More arrows. And another bow, why not? And you know what? Let's go ahead and grab some of this other stuff. You don't want to grab anything that's, like, valued under 25. Mainly because it's just not worth it. Yeah, okay. I've got plenty of weight. Okay. There's people over there that were killed, but I'm not too worried about them. Again, you'll make enough money in this game if you go the route that I'm going. Which, by the way, we will be going to Riften very early on. So that way we can become thieves and make money. I mean, literally, the whole point of joining the Thieves Guild is just for quick gold early on. Plus, you get some pretty good armor, actually, from it. And if you want to do the whole straight assassin, not just an assassin archer, but straight assassin, you actually want to go... We're going to do this anyways at one point, join the Dark Brotherhood. But you want to try to join them as soon as possible, so that way you can get the gloves that give your sneak attacks, your backstab basically, twice damage, or 2 times the amount of damage. So that mixed with the sneak damage that you get, there we go. Sneak damage that you get, okay, health. 15 damage, I think it is. Assassin foot. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, 15 times normal damage. So, those mixed with those other gloves, you do 30 time damage when you do a sneak attack with daggers. And let me tell you what, that makes easy work of just about anything you sneak up on. Plus, if you have that ability, and you're doing, 30 times damage every time you sneak up on something, then you're going to be able to level up your one-handed real quick. Oh, another thing. Settings, gameplay. Now, my son was playing on this earlier, so it was on Apprentice, but there are these difficulties. Legendary, I do not recommend that right out the gate as an Assassin Archer, because you won't be able to kill a dragon. Master, it's still kind of up there. What you want to do is start off as Adept. You could start off as Apprentice or Novice if you've never played before. I wouldn't, whatever. Adept is usually where I start off at. Reason being, you do more damage with your bows and all of your attacks. Yes, it takes more damage to kill the things that you're trying to kill, but you do more damage as well. And the more damage you do with something, the more it levels up. I just led that spider and hit it. Alright. Okay. So, you want to get used to using venoms. Also, you can make things your favorites by pressing the triangle button, or whatever the up button is on the Xbox. Okay? Then while you're in the game, you can press the D-pad up, and you can actually open your favorites window. So, things you want to actually favorite are things like, well, your healing potion. Specific weapons. I mean, if you're going to find yourself changing through your weapons a lot, or in our case, because we're doing just bows and arrows, having different sets of arrows, you can have fire arrows, lightning arrows, frost arrows, and then, of course, all your regular arrows that they've got. Your iron, your steel, your, what have you. You can actually put those in the favorite menu as well, so you can cycle through different arrows for different things. Carrying around iron arrows is great if you're doing quests that are in the Dwemer ruins and whatnot. You go down there, there's one where you actually have to hit these things that spin, and you're not going to use your good arrows on at least I hope you wouldn't use your good arrows on those things. You want to use like iron arrows or steel arrows by that point. You're going to use the Zephyr bow, which is a special bow that you get in the game, which I totally recommend getting, just so you know. We will get it, just so you know. But you're going to need to do these tonal locks, is what they're called, tonal locks. So you hit it, it locks up, it makes a noise, and then it opens up the gate, eventually. But you don't want to use good arrows for that. You also don't want to use really good arrows on, say, spiders, okay? So you can favorite your different arrows. You can also, if you really wanted to, you could favorite armors, like a shield. Say you do a shield and sword, okay? If you press or hold the left or right buttons on the D-pad, as you can see, it's going between numbers 1 and 2. That'll be a preset that you actually have. So, while carrying my bow, I can press to the left, and it'll bring up the sword and shield.
What next, giant snakes?
Press it again, and it gives you 2 swords. Which is kind of funny. Okay? So, I don't want to carry 2 swords. So, what I will do is unfavorite that. Longbow. Boop. Okay, yeah, that one's got the poison. Also, though, one thing that I really do want to take and favorite would be all the frostbite venom that I get. Because if you do that, okay, and you press up, you press R2 on frostbite venom. Obviously, my bow's already poisoned, so it won't do it, but it'll just automatically poison the weapon that you have equipped and you're carrying.
Come on, hurry up.
Ash, yes. Now, over here, you just walk around, so that way...
Hold up. There's a bear just ahead. See her? I'd rather not tangle with her right now. You might be able to sneak by. Just take it nice and slow, and watch where you step. Or if you're feeling lucky, you can take this bow. Might take her by surprise. Go ahead.
Now,
I'll follow your lead and watch your back.
there was one time I tried doing this, I was already sneaking, and that silly little press R3 to start sneaking thing was on the screen the entire time. 0.5 and you get 12, yeah, might as well. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to sneak by the bear, just to get your sneak up. Then, you also want to come back and shoot the bear to get your archery up. So we're going to sneak by the bear. And when your sneak is low, you actually do need to slow down. Take it easy while walking by the bear.
Easy does it.
Okay. Then once you get past the bear, you can pretty much
That was close.
just run. Okay. Now, after he says that, you can always go back and kill the bear. Frostbite venom does extra damage to the bear. You want to take the pelts of the bear because you can turn it into leather, and you're going to need that for blacksmithing and to make your armor improved armor. You don't want to be walking around with just basic armor. You want to improve your armor as you go. And the Thieves Guild armor is leather, so
This
yeah,
looks like the way
makes sense. You want to make
another
leather
wonder
armor.
if we'd ever make it.
Now, unfortunately, you cannot pickpocket Hadvar. I've tried. But you can pickpocket other people. Now, thing with survival mode. Adds the need to eat, sleep, stay warm. Okay? No fast traveling, reduced carry weight, level up only when you sleep. Stuff like that. It does make the game harder, but it also makes it annoying. Okay? Because it says that you have to sleep like every 10 minutes of gameplay. It's dumb. So, you have to go and sleep every 10 minutes. You have to sleep like a total of 8 hours, I think it is, for it to actually count towards the game, at least. It's annoying. Okay? Having to eat, okay, I can understand that. Again, kind of annoying. However, the good thing about that is your health does not go up unless you eat or use a potion, which is kind of cool. Staying warm, that's also annoying. I do like the fact that you cannot fast travel. You do have the reduced carry weight. Leveling up only when you sleep is pretty cool. I like to have a high carry weight, though, Because with the reduced carry weight, it also does a couple other things. All your arrows will weigh. Your gold has weight. Every single thing in the game that usually doesn't have a weight will now have a weight. And the weight of other things is increased. So it reduces your carry weight and then adds more weight to everything else, which makes it kind of horrible. So, I mean, if you want to do that, cool. I don't usually do survival mode. I will make it to where I can only level up when I'm in a place where I can, like a town, where I can sleep. Obviously, I kind of messed it up in the cave,
Looks
but
like
I was
he's
wanting
gone
to show
for them
you
this time.
something real quick.
But I don't think we should stick around to see if he comes
And
back.
forgot that I had leveled up. But from here on forward, I will not level up outside of town.
I'm sure he'd help you out.
I mean, I won't.
Probably best.
I won't do this part of the leveling up. I mean, you gain your level, you gain your level.
Good luck. I wouldn't have made it without your help today.
Sure. Okay. So Hadvar's going to go his own way. You're just going to meet him in Riverwood. Okay, so...
Listen, you should go to Solitude and join up with the Imperial Legion. We could really use someone like you. And if the rebels have themselves a dragon, General Tullius is the only one who can stop them.
Okay. Great. So you got your first quest. Well, your second quest. Alright, so there's this little camp over here. Okay. I did not know about this the first time I played through.
That's close enough.
Or the second. Or the third time, actually. I found this totally by accident.
I'm warning you. Back off. I'm warning you. Back off.
Oh, hush. Okay, so now you've got 3 bandits that are all going to come up and try to kill you. As you notice, my stamina is going down as long as I hold that bow back. Guess that's not going to raise my armor any, but it's money. Yeah, carry it. Okay, this guy. There we go. Carry a shield. The lockpick is good. That armor is good to sell. Being an archer, you do not want to wear heavy armor. There's supposed to be another person. Oh, there she is. See, I hit her with a bow that had the frostbite venom, and it actually killed her. Now, this hunting bow is better than the one I'm using, so we're going to equip it. This is the whole reason we came here. This treasure map. As long as you have this treasure map, you will actually find the treasure that is in that log. And that treasure is good. It helps you out early on in the game. Those are nice and worth something. If you want to do alchemy, I would suggest starting early off. Okay. Going the wrong way. Alchemy. Here we go. Starting as early as you can. Potions and poisons that you make are stronger. You want to be able to do this because towards the end, you've got all negative effects removed from your potions that you create. There are some and positive effects removed from the poisons. There are some items that you use that have both a good and bad effect to it. And so you end up hurting yourself for a potion that you're taking to help you with something, like with smithing or with enchanting. you don't want to do that. So, if you start your, perks for your alchemy and work on your alchemy, like, really strong early on, then you'll get all the extra points. Also, being able to make poisons that are, really great or good. This one right here, potions you mix are more effective, which is great for poisons. And poisons applied to weapons last for twice as many hits. So, usually your poisons on your things only last for 1 hit. With that, they last for 2. Yay. You can actually gather 2 ingredients from each plant. Which, if you're doing a poisons, the 2 best things to gather are Nightshade and Deathbell. And so you can make basically twice as many poisons with the Green Thumb. 50% resistance to poison. You can get the first 2 effects, 3, and then all 4 effects. As you see, Experimenter, 0 of 3. You can actually get all. If you go 1, 2, and 3, you'll actually get all 4 effects from eating one thing, which could hurt you. But potions you mix with beneficial effects have an additional 25% greater magnitude, which is good for, again, smithing potions and alchemy potion, or not alchemy, enchanting potions. Okay, so if you're going to do alchemy, start it early on. The main things that I'm going to be gathering, though, are for, 2 things. Poisons. No, 3 things. Poisons. A potion that ups your smithing, and a potion that ups my enchanting. Reason for that is my smithing. Duh. I want to be able to improve my stuff better. And so if I have 100% smithing, and I have a dragonbone bow, and I also have a potion that ups my smithing by 100%, then I can make a dragonbone bow that is 300% better than the base dragonbone bow. 300% better because, I'm sorry, 200% better. Not 300% better, 200% better. Because with the 100% smithing, you make the bow, it's a base bow. Then, when you improve it, it becomes a better bow, so twice as good, and then 3 times as good if you've got the potion that ups your smithing by 100%. So, you want to get, a good smithing. You also want enchanting, because your enchantments, again, if they're better enchantments, they're good to go, and also your enchanting, with your top enchanting, you can enchant, let's see, 2 things at once. So if you can put 2 enchantments on the same item, usually on like my chest piece, I'll put improved health, and I'll improve my carry weight, I think I can put on my chest piece. And so both of those going on there as at a base rate is good, but if you can, up your enchanting, you can, double the effect of that. So instead of upping your health by 50, you can up it by 100. Carry weight increased by 25%, you can increase it by 50%. A lot of times what I do is let's see here, frost, storm, fire, skill enchantments. Okay, so skills are 25% stronger. That plus a potion that ups your enchanting by 100% means now my enchantments for skills are 50% stronger. So instead of upping my bow attack by, say, 100%, I'll up it by 150% with that potion. So you want to be able to, use your alchemy to help your smithing and your enchanting. So the only things I'm going to be gathering for that are the ingredients that I need to make those potions, and then of course the 2 flowers that I need for poisons, just so I can poison my bow. Because who doesn't want to do more damage? Now, when you leave there, if you go off to the left here, there is a spot that has a shrine and a couple of dead people. One of those dead people is an Altmer. He is a high elf, and you also get gold. Free gold. And the sword, which you can sell for gold. You can hit these people up, see if they have any cash on them. If they do, take it. If not, well, don't worry about it. We're also going to be hitting a mine on the way, so you don't want to max out carry weight before you get to Riverwood. Okay, and then this guy right here. Now, he always carries one item that is useful for enchanting. You're going to disenchant everything that you get early on, okay? Anything that has any kind of effect that'll help you out later on, disenchant it. However, there are things that you don't want to disenchant as soon as you get it. So, weapons that do frost damage and fire damage. Now, the first ones you get are going to do like 5 points damage. Well, if you disenchant those right out the gate, then when you get your enchanting up to, a really good effect, you might be able to get 15 points off of it, whereas if you'd have waited until you had an item that does 25 points of damage, then you'd be able to start off, when you get your enchanting all the way up, it'll be like 30, 45 base, and then of course, because you've got the points in enchanting to up your stuff even more, it'll go up even higher than that. So, there are certain things that you do not want to disenchant right out the gate, but we're doing Archer Assassin. So, this is destruction spells, cost 12% less to cast. Just disenchant it, just so you can get that enchanting point. You can read the orders if you want to. It doesn't help you out. It doesn't hurt you. Take the robes, because you're going to sell them bad boys. And let's see, what are we at? Weight-wise. We are at 253. Okay. I don't want to gather any more stuff. Something sees me. I don't know what. Oh, that guy down there. He sees me. I think that's the wandering bard. Yeah. Anytime something sees you and you are able to become hidden shortly after, or actually, even if it's a long time after, anytime you're detected and then you go back to hidden, that actually helps your sneak. Of course, if you could just stay hidden, that helps too. If you stay hidden near anything that could possibly see you. Now, as you can see, my sneak just went up, because he is within the realm of being able to see me. But, say there was a wolf up on top of this ledge, right? You went right up against this thing, and you walked along it. And that wolf never saw you. That would help your sneak, because the wolf did not see you, you were able to sneak by. Alright, now we're going to meander on down to, if you look up at the very top of the screen, there is a stone-looking thing in the middle of the bar up there. You want to go straight to that, because we need to grab our sneak stone, or our thief stone, sorry. So these 3 stones down here, you've got 3 different types. You've got the thief stone, you've got the warrior stone, and then you've got another one. I don't remember what it is. It's the mage stone. Okay, so warrior, mage, thief. Those are your 3 basic things that you have in your skills as well. Warrior, mage, and thief. So everything that's in the thief skill right here will all be helped by this stone. So that took almost an hour just to get that part done. So that's going to be it for this video. And then I will continue doing these videos as well as my Final Fantasy videos, because I've got nothing else better to do but waste my life playing video games. So that way you guys can either be entertained or find tips and tricks that are, you know, making life easier for you. So, Ember Shard Mine, this is where I'm going to pick up in the next video. So that way you can see exactly how to make, well, how I make an Archer Assassin. So we'll go ahead, save this, right there, and we will pick up on this the next time I see you. Unless, of course, I see you in a Final Fantasy video first. Catch you guys later. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and tell your friends. I mean, again, if you've never played Skyrim, shoot, this is a great way to go to start off. I mean, an Archer Assassin is a very good way to play because you can't get hurt as much as you can with a warrior or a mage. Mages are squishy. Warriors don't really get hurt per se because they got all that armor, but you still get beat quite a bit. So, Archer Assassin, you don't get seen until it's too late, and they're dead. So, catch you laters. We'll pick up here at the Ember Shard Mine next time.